All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Houston Rockets Daily. I apologize for lacking videos last week or so. I was in Florida. If you watched the last video, we're in Florida, which is kind of a cool video if you want to go check that out. But some of the stuff I was tweeting out last night, and I'm sorry, I'm so out of it right now, dude. We had to get up at I guess Central Standard Time, freaking 5 a.m. to make this goddamn flights. I got a nap. But anyways, I tweeted last night that KJ is probably going to get traded. If there's any truth to this situation, KJ will probably get traded. Apparently, the rumor on the street is a couple of days ago he went to the front office inquiring about a possible trade onto a different team. I have some issues on both sides with this. My opinion, though, right out of the gate, I think he'll get traded. I genuinely think he'll get traded. I don't know if it'll be today. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be on draft night, during the draft. But I would imagine in the next 3 days, if you were asking me, I think he'll get traded. I made a video in late April talking about this situation, how Kenyon Martin Sr. went on to a podcast and kind of was hinting at the fact that, KJ has a lot of talent and should possibly be in a different place that utilizes it. I don't think just because your dad is an absolute G, I don't think that grants you playing time. When I look at KJ's stats this past season, when I think of KJ this past season, I actually don't really have an issue at all with his playing time. I really don't. We know we have a lot of mouths to feed. The Houston Rockets have a shit ton of mouths to feed right now. But when you look at and here's the reason, because myself included, it would have been nice definitely to have KJ get more than 2 starts, 100%. Because what happened at the end of his rookie season was played started the last 7 games for us and put up basically 17-7 at the worst. And he was doing well. He was shooting well. We know he's very athletic. He doesn't quite have ball handling down yet. Obviously defense. There's a lot to improve with KJ. But my point being is this, Jae'Sean Tate just came off a phenomenal rookie season where it was, we found this total hidden gem. And if the Houston Rockets were a championship contending team right now, I think we'd appreciate Jae'Sean Tate a lot more because he provides just about everything except for shooting for us. But he's a great culture piece you want on your roster. So Jae'Sean Tate makes All-NBA rookie first team in his rookie season when no one really knew who he was, except for Rocket fans. Even at the end of the year, not many people even knew who Jae'Sean Tate was because of how bad our season was. Traded away Harden. We had that's 2 seasons ago, 2021 season was just unreal. That was a crazy action-packed season as far as what the hell is going on. But I look at KJ's stats this past year and I'm like, well, bro, you're still 21. Just because you finished a good 7 games doesn't mean I'm locking you in as a starter. I do want KJ to start. I had a lot of videos this past season where I was saying just start KJ instead of Jae'Sean Tate so we can get a better idea of this. I know KJ will be at the very worst, satisfactory role player on whatever team he ends up on. I don't think it'll be Houston. I really, really hope I'm wrong. It's one of the reasons I'm making this video, is I really hope I'm wrong on this and that KJ does not get traded in the next 3 days. Because if he doesn't get traded in the next 3 days, it's probably looking good. We don't know the full story of if he actually went to the front office. I'm not, look at me. I'm not in the Rockets front office. I wish the Rockets would probably be somehow worse than they are. Oh man, Gronk just retired for the 8th time, but damn, that sucks. My thing is this. KJ this past season saw half more games than he played 79 games for us last year. His rookie season, he came from the G League halfway through. Played 45 games for us and then got those 8 starts at the end of the year. Saw a little minute decrease, but at 21 minutes per game, when you're still having Jae'Sean Tate locked in at your 3, you had Daniel Tice for a good portion of the season. We have a ton of guards. I'm not Steven Sass. I don't make these coaching rotations. I would have played KJ a lot more. I would have played KJ a lot more. I think a lot of us would have played KJ a lot more. Even as far as, all right, Jae'Sean, I like what you've got, but you can't shoot. Let's, at the end of the season, like we did last year, let's put in KJ. Let's start him for the last 2 weeks. Let's just see how it goes. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. But I'm not in the locker room. I'm not Steven Silas. I don't know if that was, he's not ready for it. He digressed. I don't know what it is. But when I look at KJ this past year, I'm thinking to myself, at 21, just because your dad was a G in the NBA, Kenyon Martin Sr., I don't think that just grants you an opportunity to come out and start every single game, because at the end of the day, Steven Silas is still trying to win basketball games. As crazy as it may seem to us at points in the season and in some of these games, Silas is trying to win. I have a hard time believing he was tanking this whole year on purpose, trying to blow games and lose games. Like, he's not Hugh Jackson or Hugh Jackman, the old Browns coach. Look at his stats this season. Played 79 games. 21 minutes a game. If you're a second-year player who rookie year, you technically only averaged, you didn't even get double-digit points. When you look at his starts, they were very impressive, but you're still 21 years old. To me, you still got to earn your stripes. So I'm thinking to myself, if KJ's even a little dissatisfied with his role, you either need to do one of two things. You need to change his role and give that man either a more solidified bench role or even a possible starter. There's issues with KJ being a starter. He's not an NBA caliber starter quite yet. It's not like if he gets traded to a championship contending team, or any team for that matter, he's gonna start. I guarantee you. In fact, I guarantee you, whatever team KJ gets traded to, if he gets traded, he will not be the day one starter. That's not how that shit works. You're the 48th pick in the draft, second round. It's just not how it works. So I'm looking at myself, I'm thinking, all right, you played 79 games, you averaged 21 minutes in your second season. You can't complain. You can't complain. If you wanted more playing time, be better. Be better. It sounds like a dick thing to say, because it is, because KJ can play. You got to earn your stripes, bro. You got to earn your stripes. I would say if both Tate and Martin are on the roster next year, I would say I think the Rockets will start to lean more towards KJ by the end of the season, or maybe even at the start. Either way, KJ needs a role. He needs a more solidified role, or you need to trade him. There's no in-between on this one. 21-year-old kid asking for a trade where he's going to go to a team and he's not going to start. And he probably won't get 21 minutes, because it's a good amount of minutes for a guy who almost went undrafted. So, I don't know. These are just my thoughts. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. I really hope it works out, because I think KJ has a ton of potential, and I know he is a good basketball player. I know he'll be a good basketball player once he gets a little bit older, and I would have a feeling if it's on Houston, if it's on a different team, if he's going to be given an opportunity, he's going to make the most of it. He's going to show a lot more flashes, a lot more potential. He's going to be a lot more of a rounded player this upcoming season. His athleticism is through the roof. He's got to get his defense up. He's got to get his footwork up. He's got to get his ball handling up. But he's on the right track. I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say, so hit that like button, hit that sub button, and I will see you guys later.